Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. I want to let you know a very special, important update. Going forward, moving along the crypto cycle, I'm noticing that the filtering I am doing on a lot of news that comes out, it's becoming more and more extreme. So that means I am looking at a lot of stuff and my brain is going irrelevant. Like, who cares about this update, upgrade, these guys change the tokenomics, all of that. And that's just what's flooding the crypto markets out there. Now, overall, it's a great sign. It means that the 4-year cycle is repeating, the 4-year liquidity cycle, the Bitcoin halvening, the hocus pocus, unicorn fairy dust, we don't know what it is. It is happening though. And we're seeing more updates, more websites, and everything come together. But we're going to use it as an overall sign. Who cares? Uniswap adding limit orders here and there. It just means that the cycle is continuing. Now, as we speak right now, Bitcoin is $69,100, around 62K. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green monthly candles in a row. Got to remind you as well, the doom that comes out of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after here. But I want to tell you something. Even though this was doom after, there was buried in here an enormous alt season, the biggest alt season, right, of the cycle. Now, it wasn't enormous compared to 2017. That was nothing, right? Because the reason why 2017 was big, friends, I figured it out, okay, after 18 hours a day, all throughout the bear market, is because of Ethereum. It's because Ethereum went up so much and became a unicorn. It was the birthing of Ethereum technology. That's why 2017 was what it was. And it coincided with crossing the chasm of the technology cycle, which everybody has seen now. I'm going to show you the picture actually here so you can have a look in. See, this is it, friends. You see here, this is the controversial part, right? See, everybody in crypto, they think they're innovators right now. No, you're not. I mean, if you're an innovator, what's Roger Ver buying it at $1? What's Richard Hart minting it, right? Mining it when it was like 50 bits Bitcoin per block? Who's Andreas Antonopoulos? You're not an innovator, okay? You're a top buyer. It is, okay? You're a laggard. You're a skeptic. You were skeptical at $1. You can't wait to buy it at 60K. Now, these early adopters, visionaries, that's what they were. Now, 2017 was crossing the chasm. Friends, the crossing the chasm, that big part, that was the most popular part. That's what we saw. That was John McAfee, I'm going to eat my willy if Bitcoin doesn't go this high. That was the Bizanacci memes, the Bogdanov memes. That was the Wojak. We had the birth, the renaissance, the actual big, huge revolution of Bitcoin. All the memes, the HODL meme, all these great things like really exploded. That's what it was, right? And everybody has stories from the ICO mania and all of these, right? That was crossing the chasm. We and our cycle friends, we are now in the pragmatists, conservative side. That's what we had 2021. All right, 2021, that's what we were, conservatives. See, people say, no, Michael Saylor is not conservative, he's a visionary. No, I think he's conservative, friends. When you're talking about 100-year targets for Bitcoin at $60,000, okay, you're not a visionary, bro. You're a conservative. You're like, well, you know, it's done enough. It's shown itself as well. When you're talking about 100-year targets at $1, okay, now you're the visionary. You're buying in up there, okay? So don't forget, Michael Saylor, friends, Michael Saylor came across Bitcoin and called it a scam in 2013. So he didn't want to buy it at $400. He can't wait to buy it at 40 grand again. See what I mean? 100x higher. Okay, it's gone up 100x. You're not early anymore. So who comes in now? Bitcoin ETF, skeptics, the laggards. That's why no one wants to hear that. But yeah, you are, man. I don't care who you are. You got grandmas, grandpas, ETF products here and there. You're a laggard. It's literally, skeptics, friends, is government. Okay, government is at the very end. Why? It's because they have to sign thousands of papers. They go, hey, what is a Bitcoin? How does it get made? Who can lose it? Can people's accounts go to zero? What's the likelihood of it going to zero? Who actually runs the network? Why does this thing even have value? When you can answer all of these in like 1,000 plus page reports, which they do have, and you got to sign off on it and sign your job off on it, and officers, because friends, they don't want a revolution of like, oh, the government approved of something and went to zero. They don't want that. Okay, so now you can see it's skeptics and laggards. That's why there's no risk anymore. Okay, that's why it's crazy. You just say, wait a minute, but Bitcoin ETF and the black hole. Yeah, there's no risk in it anymore. Therefore, you're not going to get the reward. It is what it is. Okay, but you already know this. That's why we're in altcoins. You know this. You know, Jeremy Lafufu, Meet Kevin, all the other stock market copers, if they're rotating their savings to the Bitcoin and Ethereum and they're saying, well, everything else is a scam, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay, sweet. I'm looking at Floki doing 40% in a day. I'm looking at Dog with a Hat reaching $1.3 billion valuation. That's crazy, man. It flipped PHEX now. That's absolutely nuts almost. That's nuts. In 90 days, Dog with a Hat launches from zero and does 1.3 billion valuation. Okay, so this is, yeah, sweet. You want to call out altcoin scams? Then it'll keep going up without you, okay? So now we're looking at Bitcoin price. I'm going to show you the others dominance. This is it right now, friends. And what I've noticed over just the weekend is this thing has pumped up. So from here, it went up to here. You see this? This was a red candle. These were red candles, man. These were going down. It was literally, I remember these were going down. I'm like, uh-oh, but now it's actually reverted back up, this weekly chart. Okay, this was crazy. So what's actually happened is we've just seen altcoins go up. You've seen Doge and the other altcoins, the meme coins start to move up. So what we're expecting, by the way, this box is if we did 2020 fractal. So I just did this amount of time. If you do that, you get that here. You end up in May or June. But, you know, the biggest alt season, it comes up at the very end. Like you do the big move at the end. So that's what it is. Maybe it comes here. Everyone says it's just getting started. It's actually over. We rinse out for 4 to 6 months. Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. And then, if that continues, we have, so that happens. Let's draw it here. Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. That actually, this is the end. It's actually the end. And I actually have it, if you notice, friends, I have it actually topping out around here, April 2025, around here. Okay, so that's crazy. Now, I have it timed here. This is where April 2025 is. Why that? It's just because, I don't know, 3 out of 3 times, the time to sell altcoins was in April 2025. Now, in 2 of the altseas, in 2 of those 3, the right thing to do was to sell into USD. In 1 of those times, the thing to do was to sell into Bitcoin. So if you don't want to take any risk, you go, wait a minute, okay. In 2017, crossing the chasm, that's why I spoke to you about crossing the chasm. That was crossing the chasm, friends. That was Bitcoin took over from June of that year, and then it went and did another 6x run. Did a big nuclear run. And then you had another final alt season again. So that's the risk, right? But actually, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna show you that June, July. So it's not so easy. If you rotate into Bitcoin, there was still a crushing. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you now. Okay, now this is actually it. If we go to June, July, I know you don't see it. This is on a monthly chart. But now I've gone to the weekly. And if we go to June, July, so friends, so this is ETH BTC, okay? ETH BTC peaks out here. I'm going to quickly show you what it actually did, okay? This is Ethereum versus Bitcoin, Unicorn Ethereum. There you go, right here. See that? June 17th. This was the peak of ETH BTC. Like, this is an absolute, you got to understand, this is crazy. Like, you just did 75x against Bitcoin. That's unheard of, right? So if we go back to it, you remember that June, July 2017, this is where we are today, all right? So it peaks out into, this is actually ETH BTC peaking here. And look what happens next. It goes down, wow, all the way down here, bang, 39%. Okay, 39%. So, but here's the thing. If you sold into USD up here, you're selling, let's say you sold the exact top. You sold at 3,000. You got to watch it go to 19,000, 20,000. So how much risk do you want to take? If not, but actually, not all hope is lost. Why? It's because during this Bitcoin run, altcoins went nowhere. So as Bitcoin went up, you could have been just buying altcoins, and then in here, the final run, your altcoins went up. So I'm going to show you that now. And now I have the daily chart. The candles here is Bitcoin. The orange is the altcoins, the others dominance, okay, outside top 10. So what I'm going to show you, this is actually it. Look at this, okay? Let's look at the orange part. Now, this is, remember, this is 2017. Let's look at the orange. Look what happens here. Bitcoin, friends, goes on this nuclear run for the 6 months of the year. So this is June, July, right? So Bitcoin does that dump here, and then it just goes up only for 6 months. During this time, look what the altcoins do. So they come here and they stall out. They can't catch up. They're just doing this. Look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Look at that all the way until November. Like, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then look at the powerful slingshot. This is the biggest altcoin slingshot you ever see in your life. Okay, then it went literally vertical up. Bang. You had like a Verge doing 1000x instantly. That'd be crazy if you actually see more stuff like that. You see this, okay? So it's a big slingshot. So what you've now learned from that, well, I'm here to guide you, friends. This is the real news we got to be looking at. This is why it's a juicy crypto news. This other stuff about, limit orders and stuff, that's useless, okay? This is what we're waiting for. Now it's all pretty much random and mushrooms popping, okay? So what you've just learned from that is basically go, okay, let's say April 2025 hits and this magical thing happens again. I know you all want to know, oh my God, do I sell into Bitcoin or stablecoins? Well, you don't know. But if you just do half and half, you're covered both ways. You see, if you do half of Bitcoin and it goes down, well, you've got your stable coins, don't you? And you don't actually touch them. You go, hey, these stable coins, if this is the end of the bull market, I've cashed out, okay? If Bitcoin continues on its run, okay, you will end up deploying that Bitcoin and buying stable coins, your DCA buying, using that Bitcoin to buy the altcoins, sorry. You'll use the DCA Bitcoin, DCA out of it, and you'll be buying altcoins until they have their second alt season, because that's actually what's happened every single time. Now, this strategy, don't rely on that. I've known this strategy since like 2022 in that bear market. I thought, man, this thing is so risky because we don't know if the 4-year cycle is going to play out. We knew nothing, but I'm going to have to make you pay attention, fans. Look at this. See this green box one? That's alt season 1. That's alt season 2. Okay, this is alt season 1, alt season 2. When Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, yes. And now alt season 1. Now, technically, yes, there will be another one somewhere in that year. And I'll just leave this here. There will be. There's a problem though. We had an alt season in November, October 2021. The problem is 90% of the coins had already topped out. The coins that moved in that second alt season were mostly NFTs and the final 10% and new cycle coins, things that people weren't holding. Olympus DAO and new cycle narratives. They also had Phantom, I think, peaked at there. Luna peaked. So you had Luna, you had Phantom. I think you had maybe the end of Solana run there, maybe September. That's what happened at the very, very end. Okay, so we remember them, but the retail mania was in Doge. That peaked earlier in the year. Okay, that they never came back. Doge, Chainlink, old DeFi. So this was like the new DeFi, the new type of stuff. So I've noticed it became very hard. So this is my ultimate conclusion was like, there's too many coins. That's why. But back in Crossing the Chasm 2017, you only had like 300 to 400 coins. All right, now you literally have 30 to 40,000. People are just minting absolute garbage. Everyone says we're a community, we're a coin. You can see it already. So my goal was to go, look, all this other residual cherry picking stuff, put it aside. I don't care. I care about the highest conviction, near certainty one. Because everything pumped in this one. Everything, friends. That's what. This was the juice. This was, well, and why is that juice? Because that is, friends, Bitcoin can only break its all-time high once. You understand? That news is 4 years in the making, in the waiting. 4 years. You can only do it once. We did it in December 2020. So you had 1 year 2021, 2 years 2022, 3 years 2023. If we get at the end of this year and it coincides with maybe, I don't know, Donald Trump victory where they go, you know what? I'm sacking Gary Gensler and Corrupt SEC, you suck, and we're going to pretend to ban CBDCs, which they'll bring it back later on. Don't worry, friends. I know how this story ends. Okay, so they do all these, and guess what? You know, if you earn altcoins, you got a big willy. They'll just do whatever it is. Okay, something's going to happen there, and Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. That is world-changing news. You only get one chance. But you're probably wondering, oh, what's going to be the 1000x coin? We don't know. What's going to be the 1000x narrative? We don't know. We know our coins are going to go up. We just don't know how much. That's why, friends, there's no guarantee you'll even be on it. What if the crypto field has changed so much? Maybe there's too many ICOs, IDOs, and everything's split. But you can kind of hope something to do with AI is involved with that. Okay, but you know, that's where we're coming from. Now, literally 2 minutes after one of my previous videos, friends, we have Mr. Invest Answers. Okay, this is funny. Otherwise known as Incest Answers, because he blocked me. Okay, right? That's what you block me, you get a nickname. Congratulations, there's your trophy. Okay, so Incest Answers calling for $1 million Bitcoin after 6 green monthly candlestick, friends, because no one wants to do it when they're red. No one wants to talk about it when they're red. By the way, I was here, okay. His targets, just to let you know, they were like 400K, 500K by the end of the decade, okay? They were down here. Look at it now. It's like, you know what? We're doing 6 minutes. We're doing a minute. And guess what? It's faster now, okay? We don't have to wait till 2022. Now we're getting 2028 or whatever it is, okay? So didn't watch all of it, but you get the point. You can assume, okay, you probably make the target faster. This is how we get there. So, look, I know from a new perspective, you're like, wait, what if he's right? What if he's wrong? It's not about being right or wrong. I'm just trying to tell you, these people now have the confidence to talk to you about $1 million Bitcoin. They friends, at the bottom of crypto, people were too scared to tell you to buy. It's not about who's right or wrong. They were scared to say the words, bull, buy, bull. They were too scared. They were selling soy Hoffman Fried. And they were saying, oh, sell. Right? Because Davey Soy Hoffman was crying on camera. Okay? He blocked me too. Okay? That's how you get the nicknames, friends. You want a nickname? You block me. Okay? So, see? But the future? But Bitcoin. No one wants to say anything. No one wants to say the words. And I was like, oh, you know what? It feels right. But I know from the past that you guys, all your wives, haven't been home for a week. He's drink soy milk. He's got the testosterone levels of an 8-year-old girl. You got very hunched backs. Not a fluffy slipper in sight. My gosh, you can't all be right. You can't. And guess what? That was the actual Pico bottom right there. Okay. And by the way, you had the guy coming on Joe Rogan saying negative value for Bitcoin. Okay. So 4-year cycle still playing out. Now, I wanted to do a special observation here, friends, for you, just to show you, right? Remember, Crapo capitulates and stuff. Now, this thing is going to be on Richard Hart, and I made this. Look, I made this post here. So Richard Hart pretty much had a bear capitulation moment when Bitcoin finished up at 64K. I'm going to pay for you a nice pump music, okay? Because this is what you want. Like, right, it's crazy. It's also funny. His 240K Bitcoin is exactly 3 times. If you're at 80K, that's the 3x to go. Okay, if you've been watching the channel, you know why that's interesting. Now, here's the thing. Bitcoin rallied, friends. So just to show you a story. Of course, Richard, yes, genius, smart. We need a chain to appear. I don't care about that. I'm just here to tell you, independent, neutral. I'm trying to read the crowd. Okay, read the crowd. Because it's still bearish at the bottoms. Okay, so friends, here's the thing. I just want you to know, okay, Richard can get things wrong, which means you shouldn't be doing leverage. You shouldn't be doing leverage. Don't think, oh, I'm going to go all in on one thing. I'm going to go all in on these little shitty lottery tickets, 100%. No. Okay, if that guy can get things wrong, guess what? No, you might get something right now. You're eventually going to get things wrong. And if you delay this, when you make the wrong decision, you're not going to have like a $6,000 portfolio or a 60 grand. It's going to be 960 grand. It's going to be more devastating. Right? Now, friends, what I tell you, firstly, I told you the market consumes souls. Okay, it consumes the souls of bears and the souls of bulls. It consumed every single bull soul down here. What did we do now? We did the literally up only. If you go back, watch my videos. I was making Twitter videos here. I said, friends, usually something with this much pain, I promise we just do this. I promise, like, friends, you go back, watch the video. I'm not going to prove it to you. I literally said, whenever we do this, we just do that. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen again. It's just like, I've been parts of markets. I've been caught offside in little trading positions and stuff here and there. This is just what happens, okay? We're scalping full time. Now, we did do this. Now, here's the funny part. Richard capitulates up here. Okay, he literally, everyone watches him, right, for tweets and updates. He admitted he was wrong. So he's never admitted he's wrong. You gotta remember, it's been like 3 years since his Bitcoin, 3 years since his Bitcoin top call. He's never said I'm wrong. He admitted he's wrong. Okay, that's not something that's unique. It's a marking point. He also tweeted an enormous amount. And I'll show you right now. In fact, friends, he's tweeting so much, it looks like he's actually doing a rage pump. It's like, see, friends, this is why. Look, if you're going to make it in investing, friends, you can't set yourself up so that if you get a little thing wrong, you get liquidated. Because look, Richard's like, oh, he got it wrong. Well, guess what? He's still got $600 million sitting in a SAC fund. He's still got like 1.8 billion plus that we know of sitting around. Oh, you were wrong. Who cares? Okay, you're wrong, but you got 2.4 billion to deploy. Who gives a shit if you're wrong? You understand? You got to learn from that. Okay, you got to learn. Now, look at all these tweets. Like, you've never seen him tweet this much. As you can see, you know, look at the Feb posts. Okay, so Feb. Okay, so he's talking about the yield and stuff. Look, there's so many Bitcoin thought experiments. So he's comparing Bitcoin to everything else. So look, Bitcoin bears are wrecked all beyond belief. Look at these, friends. Like, there's a lot of these all these words and terminology where it is where he admits it. Things I usually miss. The bottom. Okay, so you know what I mean? He goes, it's okay. I'm usually right. I'm still amazing. Bitcoin isn't at all-time highs new yet, and neither are the coins I founded. That's literally, friends, literally every single PulseChain hex stream. I made a video here for you to put it out. You guys should literally just be, I'm not joking, on repeat, like the airwaves, right? You know when, friends, you know also zombie movies where they play like the warning, you should evacuate the city. Yeah. This is warning, evacuate your stable coins. That's what it is. Okay, literally, the sirens spinning around, literally just the megaphone, warning, evacuate every single stable coin you have. The only stable coin you should have maybe is PDI, the world's first future stable coin. But yeah, tongue in cheek, friends, of course. And we still hold it. Still very, very bullish. So look, just gathering this, you can tell there was a sentiment change, right? Having a lot of fun. There's something happened here where the 6th green monthly candle, okay, you always see me, friends, like I always make a point of this. It was a 6th green in a row, and the final one does a 50% God candle, which it hasn't even done. Now, it's funny. What do you mean 50% God candle? It's meant to be like 1,000%. Yeah, that's what it used to do. It doesn't do those back then. Friends, it is, look at this. It went from 42 to 64 in a month. That's $22,000 rise in Bitcoin. That's pretty much, there's your God candle. Okay, mid-cycle God candle. Isn't that beautiful? And I want you to think about this. The Bitcoin price, because he was the biggest bear, right? 10K. He started the 10K meme. Richard was the 10K meme guy. That's another way to think about this. The glorious 10K meme coin. Now, he called it when it was 64K, but now everyone's having fun. Because, friends, this is the thing, okay? Most people are poor and they're bored. So, like, okay, I can't beat him in money. So what I'll do is I'll entertain myself by giving myself a little crown and going on Twitter and saying, I was right and you were wrong. Yeah, but you are negative 2.5 billion at least compared to him as well. That's, you know what I mean? Like, there's another thing to think about. So just general context, the market went up strong enough and far enough and ferocious enough to capitulate the 10K bear meme starter and literally make it admit he was wrong. It consumed the final bear soul. Okay, so that's something to think about. Also, at the same time, he uttered the words $240,000 Bitcoin as the plus 50% God candle did the bear killer move. It is literally a bear killer. Okay, so like he's a genius. However, just think about that. Remove the person, remove everything else. Just remove him. You go, wait a minute. You were a bear the whole time calling for 10K. Now your next target is 240K. Think about that. Okay, first you only talked about 10K Bitcoin. Next time, now he's like, all right, now 240K. You see what I mean? There's something just to think about this. Now, here's the thing. We're still long. We're still long. I'm just showing you something that I found very interesting. These events occur. So if this was anybody else, I would be saying this sounds like a standard I got it wrong capitulation, which means, all right, we are still looking at it like, oh, the bears are dead. Well, that's bad because if the bears are dead, that means all the bulls are here. And if all the bulls are here, who else is left to buy? That's what we're doing is we're just flexing, practicing for the ultimate bull top. This is not the ultimate bull top. This is like the mid-cycle stuff. So you don't want to like play around with anything here, okay? We're still in like dip buying mentality, even though the rewards are getting less on the upside, okay? So I'm still praying we get $150,000 plus Bitcoin. I really do. I really hope Ray Dalio's thing about, AI taking over the world and all this happens out. I still think Bitcoin ETF's a Trojan horse. Friends, come on, man. Who cares? Narrative, friends, you know this thousands of times. You're all top buyers. Oh, there's a black hole. They're never going to stop buying Bitcoin. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. You want me to give you the news event that they'll stop buying Bitcoin? One red monthly candle. Then they'll stop. You'll see. You'll see. Who's gonna buy then? Oh, it's a red monthly candle now. And then you realize, oh my gosh, you're all freaking degen gamblers like us. Yes, that's why crypto's growth rate is so high. That's why we're onboarding the world. Because we know everybody's a freaking electronic digital Ponzi gambler. We know that, friends. That's why Bitcoin had like one person, Satoshi. Then the crypto network now has 419 million people worldwide. Yes, me and you, we are punting with my helicopter hat. We are punting, we're gambling that we're going to onboard 4 billion eventually. So from 419 million, we're hoping the next wave is like 4 billion. No, that'll be too much. Probably 1 billion. But you see the point? We know that, okay, inherently, this makes sense. You want yield. You want fast liquidity. This stocks, you don't even own stuff. What do you own in a stock? You own a piece of paper in some New York freaking database that you can't even control, okay? So now I'm saying here, right, let's just wait and see. Obviously, let's wait and see how March goes. We don't really care about getting it right. Okay, do the 7th green monthly candle. Who cares? We're still long, okay? There are no more bears left there. It's a signal. So what I'm doing for me, just to show you as well, go, let's see if we have a read on this. Because if we have a read on it, well, friends, this is the thing, okay? What we're doing is we're investing now into the bull market top. And what we're saying is we go, well, we might look back and go, remember the time even Richard Hart capitulated on the 6th green monthly candle and it went down. Remember that, okay? That might repeat again in the future. It'll be a new person, new capitulation of the bears, new higher targets, 2025, maybe. Maybe at the end of the year, friends, you don't know how fast this cycle could go if a 4-year cycle repeats. Just showing you, right, if he himself, so that's why, if the guy who started the 10K meme for Bitcoin for the whole world, if he could capitulate after 6 green candles, then eventually something else can happen. Now, the beautiful part is, okay, we don't care. Remember, right or wrong, don't give a crap. Don't give a crap at all. We're here to make money. So we're just waiting to see whether Euphoria begins. I've also got to make a special mention. A lot of people get these wrong, friends. Okay, a lot of people get this wrong. Now here's also interesting. This is literally what it looks like, right? Look, yes, you are all wrong. Okay, this is, friends, you want to make it in markets, you got to beat this dude. That's it. And you're watching me. I know. Every time Every time I know, friends, you know, everybody says the same thing. Oh, I love watching you. I don't agree with everything you say, though. Every single time. Every time. I'm like, good. That's what I wanted to say. I don't want to be like, wow, I agree with absolutely everything. Friends, I bought Zen. Zen went so high, I'm like, man, I've got to get you when he capitulate again. It's the same thing I did with Hex. Hex went so high when I was like, all right, I'm going to be waiting. Within the next 12 months, I'll probably be owning you again. It's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Probably make a special video on that as well. Okay, it's just buying the blood. It's buying the blood. Not the ticker, not the logo, here and there, just the tip. But it's not so easy. But let me tell you something. You don't need to buy all of them. What I'm doing is like, yes, some sort of like champion status. Who cares? You need one home run. That's it. You don't need the rest, friends. Just one home run. This cycle's probably a home run. You could be like, hey, I just watch this dude. I don't really believe anything. Watch it from time to time. Just bought these coins and we held. And it went further than we expect. That could just be it. You didn't really need to do all these. What I'm doing here, friends, I'm just like, because I'm here in the game every day and I love it. So, because I'm here in the game, I have to explain to you. Something I noticed that most people find hard to grasp, I will stay long until Euphoria. Just because I think there's 1 to 2 months of down doesn't mean I exit or put anything short on, okay? Remember, bull markets are always climbing a wall of worry. So just because you don't get everything like, oh, it's going to be up, down, and down month, they're random, man. If we could perfectly predict it or had a good strike rate, we would be short-term trading. We're not. We're just not, all right? Because that's what ultimately comes down to. You're here to make money. But the caveat, what's your time frame? Yes, you're here to make money so that the next 5 to 10 years you kill it, not 5 to 10 weeks or 5 to 10 months. Okay, so there's no more worries right now of the bull market. You very notice, oh, there's no more worries. That means like the wave of optimism is like peaked. One red monthly candle, we're like, oh no, it is going to be diminishing, isn't it? And then we're eventually going to chew that up, and then maybe later on, it's going to go higher again. So this wave comes in, and good luck to everybody else. We're all bored in the depression, and yeah, still depression prices now in PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. But I mean, looking at all these other stuff like Chainlink hits $21. Don't forget, friends, I can throw any news, I can throw anything out, friends. If I was master of the universe, Papa Strings, I'll print that one red monthly candle for Bitcoin, and in the same day, I put you news. The Bitcoin ETF is now outflowing $1 billion a month on average. And then I'll put, oh, and Mt. Gox is going to sell 140,000 Bitcoin. Oh, and government's going to ban self-custody. There you go. 1, 2, 3. I've got you 3 red monthly candles. Bang. Now, hopefully they don't happen in a row because that'll be freaking disastrous. But there you go. There you go. You're all finished. You're all finished. And guess what? I don't even need the news. I just put the red monthly candle. That's actually the most important news. But even when something trumps that, most important of all, you are still my friend. That's the news we're here for. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button. Tell mum and dad you love them. Catch you soon.